Oh, I think we're live now.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another
Wednesday
evening live. You're in charge of that, and you messed it up every single time.
I'm not good at it, I promise. Like, I'm just not. I don't know what I'm doing.
Every time. I'm over here trying to do stuff, and you're like, not paying attention.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I apologize, everyone. That is definitely my fault.
You're in charge of all the electronics.
I try to be.
But I know we're all very excited to announce who won the Juki sewing machine. So we will announce that tonight, but we also have some more giveaways. So if you are able to stay the whole time, definitely stay, because we're going to give them out periodically through the live. And will they need to be here to get the other four?
So, yeah, we have 4 gifts that we'll give away. Because we have a merchant of record, the giveaway will be open to anyone. So no offense to you in Australia. I hope none of you win, because it's very expensive shipping. But because we have a merchant of record, we can do that relatively easy. So everyone is eligible to enter. So
for the other 4.
Yeah, not for the main giveaway, for the other.
We didn't have any.
Yes.
So.
I guess I have to do a caveat. I don't know which countries, so please don't ask. There are some countries that are on like the non-export list for the US. Like, I think Congo is one of them. So if you live in the Congo, I don't think you're eligible. But I don't have. There's like 27 countries that we can't ship to legally. So if you're in one of those, you're not likely to be eligible. But otherwise, everyone is there. So we'll be giving away a 24-inch slide lock, a 14-inch slide lock, a Purple Heart clapper right here. It's beautiful. And a random box of a lot of stuff that we'll talk about later, but my wife will tell you what's in it. But it's very heavy. It is completely full.
So I hope that goes somewhere nearby. It's really heavy, but it's full of a lot of really fun stuff. So it should be fun tonight, hopefully.
So I will put this up here real quick. So the grand prize drawing was done Monday. It was a lot more hassle than I thought because of the legal requirements for doing it. There was a lot of work that had to go into it because there were people who made orders that were ineligible as a result of living in different countries, or they had made multiple purchases and you can only get one. So there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but that was done already. We'll announce it in a few minutes. I just figured we'll give people some time to stroll in. That's already been done. We'll do 4 other giveaways. Everyone is eligible so long as you don't live in a restricted country that the U.S. can export to. In order to enter, all you have to do is type in #anniversary, which should be shown on the screen. You only have to do it once. We'll do multiple drawings. You can only win one. So
hopefully you get the one you want if you win.
Yeah, if by chance you have to be in the chat to win when the drawing is announced. And the reason is, if, for example, you win a 24-inch slide lock, but you already have one, you can say, hey, look, I would like another prize, and then I can substitute that for you if you don't have one of the other 3 prizes. But if you're not in the chat, I won't know that. So please stay in the chat. If your name is called, we'll all talk about it, and then you can tell me if you already have it. I guess I'm not going to really double check you, but if you don't truly have a 24-inch, don't tell me that you do, because you just want something else. Just only substitute if you already have the prize that is being awarded. Otherwise, oh shoot, I need to go get my pad so I can write stuff down. So I will be right back.
I can just get you something. Oh, you mean that?
Yes.
Your fancy one.
I bought one. I'm going to use it.
Okay, so I am still working on, and I think he put it way over there. I think it's called Alfresco. It's Alfresco or Alfresca. It's the one of the fat quarter shop sampler projects that I never got to when I used to subscribe to that box. I absolutely love that box, but I think it was more geared at beginner quilters. Not really the projects so much, but all the notions that you would get. I was just getting flooded with a lot of a lot of notions that I either already had or just didn't need or wouldn't use. So, and then I had a pile up of projects that I just didn't have time to get to. So these lives are the perfect time to try and work on those. So that's what I'm working on. I have some of the blocks behind us. I think you can somewhat see that idea. It's a big star with a 4 patch in the center. It's a pretty easy sew, a lot of fun.
All right, sorry everyone. So quick story time. I'm the type of person that takes a lot of notes because
his office has notes, like papers everywhere.
It's because, one, I've got like 8 jobs, so I'm like have a bunch of stuff going on, but I'm someone who needs to write stuff down. Like I don't like using notes on a computer. It just doesn't do anything for me. Partially because writing it down helps me remember. So it's sort of like I don't really need the notes because I write it down and then I remember, but I have the notes anyway. So anytime I may be researching for a case and get a call, and then I've got to switch gears, and so I've got to do whatever the call is about, and then I write a note so I can get back to the case, and then I'll deal with the note later. So my office literally has hundreds of little notes. They're like, I don't know, 4x4 pieces of paper, like little notepads everywhere. And it can become a problem when I know I wrote something down. Like the other day on Monday, one of the people that works for me in a legal capacity, he was going on vacation and I couldn't remember the dates. Like I think he was leaving on June 14th or 15th, but I couldn't remember. And I know I'd written a note down, but it took me 15 minutes to find it because I have hundreds on my desk. So I got this thing called a Remarkable. And if you don't have one and you're like me and you need to take notes, it's amazing. It's just like a little digital. It's not an iPad. It's really just you use a pencil and you write on it. And it feels just like paper. But now I already have hundreds of notes in this and they're all in this. I don't have a mess. It's just a single place. It's amazing.
Are you able to see if people are entering the giveaway? Because some of them are like, because I think Nightbot, a lot of people use for giveaways, and it tells them they got a ticket, but it's not for this. So I just want to make sure. It looks like people are getting entered.
It shows right now.
I think you're getting entered. You're just not going to see a typical you got a ticket because we're not using like Nightbot and stuff like that. It's a different service.
We're using StreamYard, but according to StreamYard, 56 people have entered.
So I think you guys are good.
If you want to do it again to try it, go ahead. It'll only enter you once, so you're not going to hurt. But it is showing me that.
I just think it's not going to show you that you got.
Yeah, it won't show you anything in the thing. But it shows, I don't know, 56 people. So 57. So it's updating in real time, 58. So I assume everyone's been entered.
Just make sure you got the hashtag, you spelled it right, just like it is up there. So some of you, I see you're putting like an exclamation point after it or something. Just make sure you just put the hashtag and then anniversary.
So I'm just opening up.
I have notes everywhere too, but I like to put them in notebooks, and I have notebooks everywhere. And what's frustrating with that is maybe sometime I'll get one of those for me, because I have notebooks everywhere and I'll forget what I wrote that note in that I need, which book, so I'll have to go look in all of them.
Zaza says I can just leave the paper on the pad. So the pads that I use, they're like 4 inches by 4 inches, so they're smaller. So it's very hard to leave the paper on the pad, because when it's in like a stack like this. So like they're Post-it notes essentially. So you have to flip one note up the right and the other, and when you do that, it just naturally wants to come off. So but this electronic thing has saved my life. It's so much easier. So I am very happy with that.
And he can like label them and organize them, so it's like he can find what he needs easier. It's pretty cool.
So Carol wants to know, are you using something under your spool of thread? She's never used that size on her Juki.
There's like a little pad here, but it came with it. I just left it because I assumed it needed to be there. I don't know if it was for shipping, but I think there's a cone under it too. There's like a cone so it doesn't like flop around because it's so much bigger than that spool. So hopefully that answered your question. I should have pressed that the other way.
I'm gonna hide that now, just because I think everyone knows. So Lori wants to know, what is that? Hey, what does that cost? What does that cost the table? Lori, I'm not sure what you mean. So if you want to re-ask your question,
like the table we use, like this one here.
What does that cost the table? I don't know. Just let me know what you mean by table, Lori, and I will answer your question.
Tablet.
What does that cost the tablet?
I don't know. The tablet, like the one that you're using.
Oh, maybe. That just means.
I think it just, if it's about that, I think it just depends on what set you get, because they're like have a lot of different versions of it.
So at 7:15, we'll make the announcement of the grand prize winner. But there are still other 4 giveaways. So there'll be a giveaway for a 24-inch Slidelock in your color of choice, either the fluorescent green or the clear. It'll be a 14-inch Slidelock, again, your choice of color. A Purple Heart clapper that the color isn't going to do justice on the camera, but this is a beautiful one. It's aged, so that's why it has a really nice color to it. And then a grab bag of a bunch of. So there's this box.
There's like a million things in there. Seriously, that thing's so heavy. When we actually ship it, he's gonna be like, "What were you thinking?"
What's in it, baby?
So there are a bunch of different kits in it that I know. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to. So reminder on this machine, which someone won, may not be in here. I don't know. But if you push back on the pedal, it cuts the thread automatically. So I accidentally did that because I was going to reach down and get that. It's very convenient if you actually want to cut the thread. So there's like a bunch of different kits in here. So if you don't want to make the project, you could just pull out the fabric to use for something else. But there's a bunch of different projects to make. So, and all the fabric, everything for them is in all the bags. But there's also some other fun stuff in here. Like different seam rippers and thread holders. There's all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Like really cute. Like pressing and cutting things. So if you go to classes and stuff and need something for that, now I'm not going to be able to get all this organized in here. I had it all like it was full, but there's a ton of stuff in there.
So a couple questions. Dawn wants to know, does a Remarkable have a search feature to make finding notes easier? Yes, it does. So you can search and it will search anything. Now, I have only used it a handful of times, and apparently my handwriting is reasonably good enough that it can find it. If you had really bad handwriting, I don't know how well it would work. But yes, it does have a search feature so that you can find notes. And then, as Donna wants to know, can you put the notes on the Remarkable onto the computer? The answer is yes. So there's an account online that I have, so I can turn my handwritten notes into PDFs or Word documents that I can then edit or send to others. One of the things I've done is for one of my clients, I'm helping them come up with a new corporate structure. And so I was able to sketch it all out on this, and then I could send it to them as a PDF.
That's kind of what I want it for, because I love doing quilt patterns and making quilt patterns, and they have a grid function on it. And that would be so helpful for me, because the problem I have with, like, I like using grid paper, but if I mess up, I have to pretty much start over, because like you can erase it, but it's still kind of there.
Yeah, and this one's nice because on the edge of this, there's an eraser, so you can just like erase what you've written instead of having to like do something crazy. So that's kind of nice. So Lori, if your question was how much does a Remarkable cost, I honestly don't remember. If you go to, like, I think it's remarkable.com, you can find the pricing. I just couldn't, I tell you what I paid for it. I don't remember. I got it at Best Buy. because I had one in the store and I had seen them before, and I was like, well, that seems sort of silly to just buy something that you can write notes on. But when I actually wrote on it in the store, I'm like, oh my God, that feels, I love pencils, like real pencils, not mechanical ones. And it feels just like writing with a pencil on paper. And I loved it. So I was like, I'm going to buy it.
I wasn't for it either because I felt like it was going to be like when you're trying to sign in a store where it doesn't feel like you're actually writing something and it just looks like a mess. I was like, I'm not going to be able to use that because it looks like a mess, but it feels like you're actually writing on paper.
It does. It's amazing. So, and then Cindy says, happy anniversary. Thank you. She's becoming a quilter again, thanks to your inspiration life. So that's
wonderful.
She says she ran out of 2 spools of thread in 1 week while it took her 2 years to run through the last spool she had. So she's definitely upped her game.
I honestly will not ever pay attention to how much I go through thread because I would probably I'd probably be shocked. But it's like the same with fabrics. So
yeah.
Hi, Amy.
Connie wants to know. No, it's not our anniversary. Our anniversary is in August. Our wedding anniversary. It's the company's anniversary. We started this company May 17th of last year. So it's the company's 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, we've been married for
almost 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact number, but we can figure it out. Mike, my broski. I am drinking an old fashioned. It's a Scotch old fashioned. I use my favorite Scotch instead of whiskey, but it's a Scotch old fashioned.
Can it still be called an old fashioned then?
It's what I'm calling it.
It is now.
It is now. It's usually if we drink, it's wine, but I figured, hey, it's our anniversary. I'm going to drink my favorite drink, and so that's what I decided to do. Yeah, and my wife. Well, I was lazy. She wanted to drink, and I'm like, I'm just going to make us the same thing because I didn't want to. We don't really drink that much, as much as it may seem like we do.
Know,
we only
right?
have one shaker, and I wasn't about to make one drink and then wash it out, and so I was like, you're just going to have the same thing I do. Let's see.
So
hey, Amy.
I know we're going to announce the sewing machine you said coming
Oh
up
yeah,
soon,
I should probably do that now because it's past.
But what other giveaway are we doing first? What order are we going to go in?
So we'll do 24-inch Slidelock as a giveaway, then a 14-inch Slidelock, then the clapper, and then the mystery box that has. It's not really a mystery because she told you what's in it, but the box that has everything in it.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball quilter. She says she's new here. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, baseball quilter, but I feel like we have seen you before. So if this is your first time, awesome. But I feel like I've seen you before. So if not, I apologize. I feel like there was someone who had a baseball name that has been in here before.
I feel like I recognize that too.
Joy T says she keeps chaotic personal notes and she usually writes on the back of an envelope. Yeah, so I'm the same way. If I can't find my notepad, I will literally write on anything. I'll write on napkins if I have them available.
He has like a calendar we get him every year for Christmas that's dad jokes that you rip off each day. Like those you'll find everywhere.
Every day I'll take them off. And if it's a really good joke, I want to keep it. And most of them are. So I write on those too. Yeah, I have stuff everywhere. So that's just sort of how that was a sacrilege. Is that because I'm using Scotch and not whiskey in my old fashioned, or did I say something else?
All right, announce the giveaway.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm just catching up on the chat. So
you're never going to catch up.
Yeah. Okay. So and if you're in the chat, please let us know, just because we'd like to say congratulations. I don't know if this person is or not. But I will put it up on the ticker so you'll see it on the screen. But the grand prize winner is Nancy Brennan. And I checked through all of the entries and there's only one Nancy Brennan. So hopefully there's not someone in the chat that's named that thinks they have won. But Nancy Brennan is the winner. And let me say this. If she's not in the chat, which is very reasonable possibility because there were literally thousands of entries, I think the rules give me 5 days to reach her either by email or phone. We have both. So, Nancy, if you're not in the chat, and for everyone here, if for some reason I can't reach her within the next 5 days, we will choose another winner.
Or if she just doesn't want the sewing machine.
Or if she doesn't want it, I guess that's possible.
Some people did, and we tried to remove all those.
Yeah, those were removed.
That they have a sewing machine they love and don't really want one and don't want to be entered. And if some reason she didn't let us know because she didn't really know about the giveaway, we will, it's gonna go to someone. But I hope she's in here because that'd be really exciting.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Guess who, Nancy?
Oh no, I'm not even. I don't even know where I am in the chat at this point.
Well, her name's Nancy as well, so
I know.
Well, we have 4 more things to give away, so hopefully, hopefully you get lucky.
Yeah. So, yeah. Apologize if your name is Nancy and you're not Nancy Brennan. That is my bad. But Nancy Brennan is the winner. I'm going to let the ticker stay on there just in case she's in here. So I think, Amy, I saw that you had asked what my favorite scotch is. It is a 14-year aged Glenlivet that is aged in cognac casks. It's not my favorite tasting bourbon. It's not my favorite tasting scotch.
It's
but
good. If I can drink it, it's good.
It's very good. It's very smooth. But the reason I like it the most is it is made in conjunction with the Purple Heart Foundation. So a portion of the proceeds of every purchase go to the Purple Heart Foundation, which is near and dear to my heart. So that is why it's my favorite.
Yeah. Where am I?
I
need to.
Liz says just got here, so she doesn't know what's happening. It's her first time. All right, Liz. Well, welcome. We opened a store a year ago where we sell some patented products and some other products that we've designed. And it's the 1-year anniversary of our store. We had a giveaway that was running for the last couple months where someone just won, Nancy Brennan, as you can see on the screen, won a brand new Juki TL18 in brand new in the box. So that's what we just announced. But there are 4 other drawings that we will do tonight for some of our products. So you can type in hashtag or $ if you're old like I am, hashtag anniversary, and you will automatically be entered for the drawings, the other 4 drawings that will happen tonight.
Joan, if you reach out to us, so Joan Reed is asking about the alphabet numbers. We have a few more of them, but they're amazing. I like using them, but they are really hard to make. I have a few more. So if you reach out to us, we can probably work something out with you if you're really wanting them.
Yeah, I've got the plastic to make them. It's just
I have a few more over there.
Oh, you do?
Still.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know. So I'll update the thing.
I'll see how many there are.
Yeah, I'll make the rest that we have. The issue is as you guys know, they're 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. The acrylic that I use comes paper matte, so it has it's got sticky paper on either side, which it needs to in order to be lasered effectively. The problem is, as you might expect, when you have something that is 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch, tearing that paper off after you've engraved it with letters is incredibly hard. So
it takes me probably an hour to make 4 sets. I mean, it takes me a while to peel them all off.
So it's not that we don't want to make them; it's that we don't want to make them. But if we have some, I will update the website so that they can be in there. Yeah, Liz is with me. She says # always. So.
Yeah, it took me forever to understand what anybody was even talking about with that.
So I'm going to take this thing for Nancy Brennan off simply because it doesn't need to be up there all night. I don't think she's in the chat, which is totally fine. She may not even know she entered into the contest. She just may have gone to the website and bought something and not know, which will be a fun phone call for me. So I will update you all. If for some reason Nancy Brennan either does not want the gift or we can't reach her, then we will do this all over again next week and re-give it to someone. And we'll keep doing that until Someone says yes, or they exist. So that is, Patty says that she made a stack of purple and black diamonds from Amy's Use Your Scraps video, and she's going to use them for slouch bags.
Oh, that's cute.
That is awesome.
That diamond video was really cool that Amy put up.
Terry says, do you have any of the trimming squares and stuff? They should all be in stock. I will check and make sure that there's nothing crazy going on.
That's
our website.
The hardest part is keeping up with.
Yeah, we try to keep our inventory accurate, but stuff goes in and out so much that, like, I just made another, 50 trim locks that haven't been put on the website yet. But we have them, so I will check and make sure that everything is showing on. Guess you, Nancy says, leave the paper and we can take them up. Nancy, trust me, you don't want that. You do, like, I don't
have a nail on this finger hardly.
No, it'll take you a good 30 minutes to take the paper off a single set of letters and numbers.
I appreciate that very, very much, but I would not want to do.
We don't want to wish that on anyone. So, Zaza says it's absolutely made with whiskey. Zaza, I've got mine with scotch. I was at a couple years ago. I had a case. It was a case before the Fifth Circuit, and we went to a bar that was they specialized in doing tequila versions of old fashions, and it was delicious. So you can make an old fashioned with anything. And I will say, I don't remember what kind of whiskey I got or what kind of tequila I got, and I don't like tequila, but damn, it was one of the best old fashions I've ever had. Linda Junglis, how often are we live? We are live once a week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time US, so -6 on the GMT, because I know we have viewers in Scotland and Australia and other places. Amy says Casey has an iPad screen protector called Paper-like that makes it feel like paper. Oh, that's kind of really cool.
That's a good alternative. Like if you already have an iPad, I'm assuming, or something.
Carrie Quilt says that's what her husband is for. I think referring to pulling the paper off.
We've tried. So we have tried bribing our kids, paying our kids. That's the only thing that they will not help us with. Like they help us with building other things, putting stickers on things, peeling that stuff off. It's a firm no on.
How about this? This is what I'm going to do as an experiment, because a lot of you have said, hey, keep the paper on. We will do another giveaway tonight for a set of the letters, and I'm going to send it to you with the paper on. And when you get it, I want you to email or just come on next week and let us know. I want you to tell me if you think it is reasonable to send it out to people like that. Because if so, I will totally do it, because it makes our lives much easier. I just have a feeling you're going to tell me that you hate me after you receive it and you have to peel it off yourself. So we will do another giveaway.
So, and I also don't, if we're doing this giveaway, I don't want you to be upset, like with getting it and not being able to use it. So please be honest to us if you have to just throw them away because you cannot do it. I would feel so bad.
Yeah.
Peel it live.
No, Mike, I refuse to do it.
He doesn't do it.
I try to be a good husband, but I make my wife do it because, one, my fingers are big, my hands are large, and I won't do it.
And so this is what. So he was like, because he first started doing all the peeling of all the plastic, and then it slowly became where that added on to being one of my job. And it's not that bad on like the bigger pieces because you can just get the whole thing and peel it off. But on the really small ones, it's really, really hard, and your hand will go numb. It'll cramp up trying to hold it and peel it off. And so he was like, I can't do this anymore with those little letters. They're under here, babe. They're at the end. And they're all divided into cups.
Oh, so we don't have okay.
No, they're not. Like they still need to be peeled. But so I did them for a while, and probably like 20 to 30 sets I probably did on my own. And I told him when they went out of stock, I was like, please do not put them in stock again because I cannot do that anymore.
Sorry, I'm just gonna show you guys the torture that it is.
It's gonna be so easy on here. It's gonna just peel off in one piece and look amazingly. I think until you do like 20 or 30, like a full alphabet set of them, because it's the alphabet and numbers, like that's when your hand really starts cramping up.
So
Donnell, I'll send you a set unpeeled too, along with the gnome book that I told you I'd send you.
So I'm gonna use this clapper as a background, but that's how small they are. They're 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch.
We just sound like complainers.
We do. Maybe everyone's gonna be like, "You guys are ridiculous. This is the easiest thing in the world."
We'll hire some of you to peel.
Yeah, if any of you live anywhere near here, like I'm happy to pay like $20 an hour to have someone do it because that's how much I hate it. I'll pay you 30. Like I don't care. It's just not my thing. And sorry,
Amy, I'll have him get some thin wood and see if we could do it on those, and maybe send you a set.
Oh yeah, I can order thin wood because I use it for the Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, we can send her a set to try out.
The only issue is when you get into really thin wood, like what you probably need like 1/8 of an inch wood, which is what these are. They're 1/8 of an inch. Wood has a natural tendency to warp over time as a result of humidity. Like if you live in the Midwest and you have wooden floors, you know that in the winter you see not cracks, but you see separation between the boards in your floor. And in the summer, they are very tight because wood expands and contracts. So when you're using really thin wood, like 1/8 of an inch, it will have a tendency to change with humidity. And when they're that thin and that small, they can crack pretty easily. It doesn't happen when you have like big pieces of wood. I mean, it can, but it doesn't as easily. So my only fear with using really thin wood is that it would ultimately end up expanding and contracting so much that they end up cracking and then being useless.
So Connie, I use the letters to mark. Well, I'm going to be completely honest with all of y'all. We miscounted how many we had in stock, and I didn't want to do another one, so I sent the set that I had to someone, so I don't have one right now. And I honestly was so bitter about peeling them that I didn't want to look at it anymore anyway. But I use them to put like kind of like the little pin markers or anything like that to mark the letters of my cut pieces of blocks. So that's what the letters are for, is just to mark your blocks and everything.
Oh, can you send me the code?
All right, so I need to cut these in half and press them and trim them up. I'm not doing a very good job of saying what I'm doing today, but I was just sewing 2 at a time half square triangles for the final star block that is large, and then I'll be making smaller ones too. And I did finish that other quilt top that I was doing before. It is down at the long arm to get completely finished, but it's not actually on the long arm yet. But hopefully I'll have it completely finished by the next live to show you all. You looking for the letter?
No, I'm just someone had mentioned that it seemed like they were saying that we were out of the trim lock, so I'm just checking.
Oh, check to make sure.
Because I know we have a whole bunch, so it would be weird to me that they would be out.
Nobody has to enter the giveaway for the. What were you doing next? One of the slide locks.
Yeah, no, it's #anniversary to enter that, and that's it. So yeah, all the trim locks show that they're in stock, so I know you had to update them earlier in the week, so maybe they looked before you fixed it. That's possible. What slide lock are we doing? Oh, so we'll do the 14-inch right now. Excuse me, 24-inch. This is what a 24-inch slide lock looks like. This is the fluorescent green. There's also a clear color. This is what it is, but it's got the paper backing on it. These are easy to take off because they're big. But so you can get it in a clear, or you can get it in a fluorescent green color. So, but it's a 24-inch slide lock. Hashtag anniversary to enter. So I'll give everyone a minute or two, and then I will do the giveaway. And I just wanted to say, Donnell says she's watching from her new car. So congratulations on the new car, Donnell. Hopefully you're not driving. But when I was a kid, I think I've told this story before, but I used to work on cars, and I would buy a car for $700 and then I'd fix it and sell it for, $3,000. And I would do that a whole bunch to make money as a kid. So I love cars. I probably owned 70 at this point. Since we've been married almost 20 years, I don't know that I've ever kept a vehicle for more than a year and a half.
No, you always trade them in. And
yeah,
I refused on this car because I don't like to drive. And when I get used to the car, get comfortable in it, it's really hard to figure out a new car.
Yeah, she loves her car. So we're probably coming to the point where I'll just buy her a new model of the one that she has, because you've had it almost 3. Jeez, that's the longest time we've had a car.
But I like that car.
I know. I'll just get you the newer version.
But then it won't be the same.
Well, that's fine.
Because the new ones don't have. I think they have actual touch screens.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe well, yours is a touch screen.
Yeah, but you can also use the little thing.
Oh, yeah. I think Lexus has changed it to where you have to use a screen. You can't use the buttons.
Yeah.
Susan Schoolcraft says, are these items sensitive to heat? These technically they're sensitive to heat, but I think they're only sensitive above 128 degrees. I think 126, 128.
Yeah, she said something like if we could use a hairdryer to loosen up.
You can't, because the sticky that they put on these is meant to stay on when you laser them, and the laser is much hotter than anything that you could otherwise do. So these won't come off with heat. I've tried soaking them in water to see if it would do the adhesive, and it didn't work. And that just made it much harder to peel off, because then it just came off in bits. And I've asked the guy that the company that supplies us with acrylic is a family-run company. So I can pick up the phone and talk to the guy who owns the company, which is why I love them. And he said that there's no good way to do it. He basically just said you have to peel it off with your fingers if you're doing that. There's no magic potion we can put them in. There's no heat that we can use. It's basically just good luck. It's basically what he said. So
I can't count, so I have to cut another square.
What'd you do wrong?
I didn't count enough background squares, I guess, when I was cutting earlier.
Zaza said she did finally order a trim lock. You did. There's also going to be something else in the box for you, so please let me know how you like it.
I think I have.
Did you send that one out yet, or no?
I was packing hers up today.
Okay.
So I don't think it has the label on. I got the label on some before we had to get on here, but I don't think I got the label on hers yet. But I know I packed it up today.
Donnell got a Cadillac SRX, so that's awesome. I think it's a small SUV, if I'm not mistaken. Very cool, Donnell.
I'm gonna turn down the air because drinking is like making me hot.
So I just haven't asked Donnell, why are you sitting in your car in the driveway? Are you guys without power and the car is the only way to get internet, or are you just enjoying that new car feeling? Because I get it. There are times where I buy a brand new car and I find reasons to go sit in it and go somewhere, even if it makes no sense.
Well, and yeah, and then also here, like, people have been out of power since Thursday.
There's people still out.
Yeah.
People are going on a week now. Excuse me.
So it does always make me wonder when somebody says something like that, like, because the weather's been bad in so many different areas this year.
Yeah. Mandy's Southern Stitching says she's had her Pilot for 12 years.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I will tell you, I love the Honda Pilot. We bought like 4 of them, right? So I bought like a 13, and then I bought a 15, and then I bought a 17, and then a 19, and then a 22.
You're distracted again. Did you do the?
No, I have not. Okay.
We're going to be on here all night with all the items we're giving away.
So I'm going to do the giveaway. Now, StreamYard, which is the platform we use to stream, has a giveaway tool, and I'm going to try and do this right. So I'm going to share the screen, because I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, and here we go. So let's see what happens. Okay, so Lynn Lockard Quilting
Congratulations.
has won the drawing for the 24-inch slide lock. So I'm going to keep this up for a minute because I think we're like 30 seconds ahead of you as far as like the way the delay is, because YouTube wants to censor me when I say bad words. That's not why, I don't think.
So someone asked if the slide lock helps with arthritis. Did I trim these? I don't think I trimmed these. Oh my goodness.
To whomever asked about the arthritis thing, I have arthritis in my wrist. I have shrapnel in my wrist. I've had 6, 7. I don't know how many hand surgeries I've had. I've had a lot of hand surgeries. And it makes cutting very easy for me because I don't know that you can. Well, I've got this up here. Let me stop sharing the screen. Lynn, if you are in the chat,
I think she just asked a question earlier, so I think she.
Okay, just let me know you're in the chat, Lynn. Confirm. Oh, she did. She said, "Oh my gosh, thank you, yay." Okay, so good. All right, Lynn. So Lynn, what I need you to do, and I'm just making my notes here that it's you. Please send us an email at, and I'll put it up here. Lynn, for anyone that wins tonight a drawing, email us info@sobeitquilts.com with your YouTube name so that I know who you are, your shipping address, and preferably your real name so that I can put that on the shipping label, and your email address and phone number so that we can email you the receipt or the shipping information and phone number because UPS typically requires us to provide that. So email info@sobeitquilts, Lynn, and we will get that out to you.
So you were showing the slide lock and how to.
Yes. I'm just trying to.
You're doing 18 things at once, and I'm over here just hanging out. If you hand me the slide lock, I can show.
Here. Oh, Lynn, also let me know, do you want a fluorescent green or a clear? You can email me. Just let me know so I know which color of acrylic you would like.
So the reason the slide lock we think is helpful if you have any hand or grip issues is because you can literally just push down on the handle with your thumb. You don't have to use a lot of pressure, and it distributes across the whole handle, holding the acrylic in place. So you don't have to pull it down with as much force. Like, I don't even have a regular ruler near me, but with a regular ruler, you kind of have to put your whole hand flat down and put a lot of pressure, move your hand across it as you cut. So this just distributes the weight across it, and then there's holes on the bottom. So these, it's not silicone.
They're polyurethane.
So they push through and they'll grip the fabric so that the ruler stays in place. Everything stays in place while you're cutting. So I have a few videos up that show how to use it because there aren't markings on it. So you're either going to want to use it with the markings on your mat or with another ruler to help measure. And I show how to do that. I think it's attached on a video on our website. But there's also videos on my YouTube channel. So if you're new to our channel tonight, what I'm using here to trim these down is our trim locks. So they have a handle on them. They still have the 1/4 inch thick plastic, and then we have grips on the bottom to hold the fabric. So I don't know if it's on screen over there. I don't think it is.
It is.
But I'm putting this on the half square triangles and trimming them down. So there's an X line across them that I line up on the seam, and I can trim one side, turn it, trim the other, turn it, and the bottom just grips the fabric.
Everyone, I screwed up. So I just went into the giveaway tool to start the 14-inch, and I apparently got out of it. So just enter again because it apparently started all over again. And so if you entered earlier, it's not in there because we went from like 200 entries to 15. So just re-enter again, #anniversary. do it just to be doubly safe, because we'll do another drawing here in a few minutes for the 14-inch slide lock, and I'd really feel sheepish if you thought you had entered and I screwed it up for you. So just re-enter, and we'll do that again. And that's my fault. I apologize.
We don't know what we're doing half the time.
That's absolutely
we've been
true.
very open about that, I feel like.
So, yeah. So I think that's and to talk about just sort of the benefits. I don't know. I honestly wasn't paying attention to what my wife was doing.
You were trying to see if you could fix what you messed up with.
But with the trim locks, the slide locks, I just use my thumb. Like, I'm not even pressing hard. You can use one finger to press down on it. So you can use your whole hand if you want to, if you feel it's more stable, but you can use one finger, and it's nice because you can press it down. Hold on, there we go. Like there. Press it down here, and you're cutting right here. So your hand is completely out of the way. So it's not just great for arthritis. It makes it very hard to cut your own hand unless you're absolutely trying to do so. And if that's the case, no device is going to stop you from cutting your own finger off. There are some people that want to do that. So
thank you, everyone, for re-entering the giveaway.
Yeah, that was my fault. Oh, we're basically back up to the number we were at before. So
I'm going to get, because I have 2 cups here, I need to get something for the other one because it's
okay.
Mess up my
so we'll do another giveaway in a few minutes here. I think everyone who was entered before has re-entered, but we'll do another drawing at 7:50. So in 4 minutes, we'll do the drawing for the 14-inch. So if you haven't entered, feel free to do it again.
Lay this back out again since I have them trimmed now. I was about to sew it together, and I was like, I didn't trim these.
Yeah. Guess who, Nancy? If you can, shoot me an email real quick. Just so I have it. Just you can email info@sovietquilts and just let me know that you are here, and I will respond. So I'm trying to think of anything interesting happened this week that would be reasonable. Okay, so my wife loves true crime. She loves watching.
I honestly feel so bad, but not really.
She loves watching like court cases as they're going on. Like, that's my life, right? Like, I've been to court numerous times. I don't need to watch court cases. But there's a case she's watching right now that she's been enthralled with, and she's telling me about it all the time. And I'm hearing bits and pieces, and I'm like, I don't understand.
This can't be real.
That's what I'm thinking about. So I'm like, this can't be real. So I started watching it when I'm not working, or in the evening. I'm watching the trial, then I'm catching up. I've watched previous days, and I am unbelievable, flabbergasted by how ridiculous this trial is. So now she's dragged me into it, and I find that I can't get enough. Not because, like, look, I don't like to think about legal stuff all the time. It's just such a train wreck, the way this trial is being run. So I have essentially jumped into the pool of wanting to watch a trial on TV, which is like the last thing I would ever think I'd want to do, because that's what my daily life is, and I'd like to get away from it. But I'm watching this trial, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, like, what is the prosecutor doing? Like, you can't ask these questions. You can't put on a case like this. I watched the opening statements, guys, and I was like wanting to punch him. It was so bad. And I'm just thinking to myself, because I've been a prosecutor. I've prosecuted crimes where I've unfortunately had to send people away for the rest of their lives, because I specialized in we were in the major drug unit. So my job was prosecuting crimes that were referred by the FBI or the DEA or other federal agencies where people were smuggling thousands of pounds of drugs and or were involved in homicides that were related to drugs. So I understand what it's like to be a prosecutor. Now, the unit that I worked in, we could only bring cases that were ironclad because that's just the way we worked. I would never bring the case that I'm watching right now. There's not enough evidence for anything. But we're like 4 weeks into the trial at this point, and they really haven't even established how the guy who was murdered, allegedly, died. They have not established how he died. We're on 40 some odd witnesses. They have not established how he was killed, who killed him, It's like, what are we even doing here? So long story short, I've been wrapped into this, and
You sound more passionate about it than me.
I'm passionate about it because it's like
because it's your
they
job.
could
Like, you
never
know.
have brought this case. And the defense is doing a good job. The defense's opening statement was amazing. I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, he just shoved it down your throat, and there's nothing you can do about it, Mr. Prosecutor. But it's just.
He told me what
God.
his because he knows enough about it so far. He told me what his would have been if he was the prosecutor, and I was like, yeah, I would have been on board with if it was presented that way. I would have been on board. So it's so interesting how it's just the person who lays it out could have like such an effect on.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary, honestly, that you could go to prison for something you didn't do just because the person representing you or the other side did a better job. It's kind of.
Yeah. I think one of the funniest things was in this trial is my wife's way ahead of me as far as what's going on. And she was telling me about testimony, and she knew how the cross-examination went. And I was telling her everything that I would say on cross-examination. And then when I watched it, I'm like, oh, he did exactly what I said, which makes me feel good because the defense attorneys are nationally known people that have represented major trials. I'm like, yeah, that's because I'm just as good as everyone else. So, and of course, if you're a litigator, that's what you think. You think you're better than everyone else because otherwise you couldn't do your job.
Amy was spot on about you.
Well, I didn't. I'm so far behind in the chat. I'm so far. So, guess who, Nancy? You said I'm here. Send me an email, please. info@sobeitquilts.
So, Donna, Handmade by Ying with Donna, you must be watching it then. I wondered if you were because you live pretty close to everything going on.
Okay. So I apologize, everyone. I am trying to catch up with the chat because I have no idea.
So, Lori, I'm watching it either on Emily D. Baker's channel on
Don't
YouTube,
even get me started on that.
or I watch, is it
Law and Crime?
Law and Crime. On there, if you watch on Law and Crime, it's just the footage from the trial.
Yeah.
If you watch on Emily D. Baker, which I like it because I didn't go to law school and she was a prosecutor in LA. So I like hearing her opinions on it. Now that I have him wrapped in, I can just hear his, so it's fine for me. But I don't mind her commentary. He doesn't like it because she cuts into what's being said. She doesn't like stop and say it, and then he can't hear what's being said. So he has trouble just hearing in general. So
I can't hear shit. It is what it is. So many years of shooting things and working in shops. So I don't have a problem with Emily D. Baker. I think her commentary is generally good. I think she's very knowledgeable, and I think she has good insight. The problem is when I'm listening to an examination or a cross-examination, I want to hear what's being said. And half the time, I feel like she's so preoccupied with her husband bringing her food or her kids calling her or wanting to get her point across that she doesn't pause the video, and I miss a question. Now, for me, as a litigator, as an attorney who does this for a living, every question counts. For me, I want to know the little stupid stuff so that I know how to react to it from a legal perspective. So I don't care if it's something she thinks is a dumb question. I want to hear it all. And I think like, her channel would be much better if she simply just paused every time she wanted to talk and then redid the video. It makes me want to do my own channel with that stuff. So it's like, I think I could. Now, this is, again, not to criticize her because she's got, like, I think over 1 million subscribers and she's doing very well.
And you've said you've agreed with a lot of
I agree with 95% of what she says. I think for this particular trial, she's missing the big picture. There are a lot of things that the defense is doing that seem to be nonsensical. It's like, why are we harping on this? But as a defense attorney myself, I'm thinking they're doing that to get under the skin of the witness so that they will explode and make themselves seem less credible. I don't think she's grasping that as easily or doesn't like that strategy. But anyway, Emily D. Baker's great. I don't have a problem with her generally. It's just I want to hear more that she gives. Donna C says, which ruler were you using when quilting with the Juki?
Oh, it's our quilt lock. I have that here.
So she's going to get the quilt lock and show you what it is.
We have it in a few different sizes now than what I showed. Like not sizes, etch lines. This is really, I apologize if you can see it on camera, but it just has, this one has 1 inch markings. We have it in 1/2 and 1/4 inch. but this is the one I used to quilt that I put on top of the quilt and used to space out the straight lines. So it's called a quilt lock on our channel.
Yes, or on our store.
Oh yeah.
So Pat Strawhouse.
Oh, draw for the.
Oh yeah, I will. Pat Straw says, "Hey, hi Matt." Oh, so yeah, Pat ordered. She's in Canada, and before we're able to ship, before we had a partner to help us ship overseas, she ordered it. So I'm glad you got them. If you need anything else, Pat, happy to send them wherever you want, but you can now directly order from us if you would like.
Yes, I love Emily's channel as well. I do. I get what my husband is saying because some of the time he like explains some of the stuff, like why he thought stuff was important and everything. And it's some of the times when she's talking over stuff, I'm like, oh, this isn't important. But he's pointed out things like, no, we should have really been paying attention here because it led into this. And I was like, oh, I can see that. But for me, I think it's, since I have him on board now to help me understand stuff, it's fine. But like, I really liked watching her because a lot of the stuff that was going on, I didn't really understand why it was happening.
Okay, drawing for the 14-inch trim lock in either fluorescent green or clear. You tell me what you would like. We're going to do that now. So let me share my screen. I think that's how I do it. Share screen. There we go. And here we go.
Let's see. So this is for the 14.
This is for the 14-inch slide lock.
And whatever like acrylic color that you want.
Correct.
It can be the clear or the congratulations. I recognize that name.
Jan Moran. So Jan, please let us know you are in the chat so that we can confirm that you are the winner and send you your prize.
Yes, Debbie, I can use that ruler with the Juki walking foot. If you use it with the regular foot on your machine, I would say that you can because this is thick, but I would be very careful not to go under the foot of your machine because it will break your needle. If I am lazy and don't want to put on the walking foot, I just kind of keep it right next to the foot and don't butt up right next to it. Hopefully that makes sense. You just really don't want it to go underneath the foot.
So Jan is here. She just said woohoo. So Jan, just email us at info@SoBeItQuilts with your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address. Your email address will obviously be in there, and your phone number so that we can get the prize sent out. And also let me know whether you want clear or whether you would like fluorescent green so that I can send you the right one.
So we're still going to do a giveaway for a clapper.
Yep.
And
a mystery
for
box.
The mystery box.
And the numbers.
Mystery-ish box and the letters and numbers. Just know if you're in here, if you recently got into the live, the numbers and letters are not going to have the paper peeled off. If you missed what happened before, we talked about how we don't have them live in the shop because we don't like peeling them. And we're going to test out on some unsuspecting person to see if they can get sent out. With
the paper on them and you peel them yourself. Okay. So we will do another drawing in 2 minutes at 8 p.m. Central for the Purple Heart Clapper. I really wish this would do a good job of showing the colors, but the Purple Heart is a gorgeous wood. There are hand grooves in it, so you can easily hold it. It's quite heavy, but that's good because you want it because it is a clapper that is meant to hold down your seams. I
would say you don't have to use the ruler foot. I like using the walking foot if I'm doing straight lines because it helps you feed the quilt through and keep everything straight and even. And if your walking foot on your Juki is the same as mine, it has like the back tail end of it that's really large, and that will prevent the ruler from sliding under it. I've never had a problem with it on that one. I haven't on this one either, but just because it's so much thinner, I would say, if you're not sure, don't use it with it. But the walking foot should be really easy. It'll definitely work with your ruler foot if you like doing other ruler work. There was a video shared by, can you remember her name? That shared the video of her using the ruler on her long arm.
Oh, no, but
it's right on the tip of my tongue. But she put up a really cool video showing how she used the ruler to do free motion quilting on her, ruler work quilting on her long arm, but it would be kind of the same idea on this machine if you use the ruler foot.
I feel so badly.
For some reason, I feel like it was Lynn.
Yes, it was. You're right. It's Lynn Lockhart.
Yeah, I thought it was her. Yeah.
Yeah, Lynn Lockhart has a very good video about that, so you can watch that. Oh, it's 8 p.m. Okay, so time to do the drawing for.
This flew by.
I know. The clapper. So I got to share my screen again. See, I'm so happy that I was able to figure out how to do it.
I think it was Mona. And Mona has a really fun channel as well. She goes live and does some fun projects. Mona let us know that we needed to share the screen. The last giveaway we did.
Gigi Quilts.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Lady Ferret, you should not have to re-enter now. He just accidentally closed out the giveaway before.
After the first giveaway, I did. But everyone who's entered for the 14-inch and on, you don't have to re-enter, and you're already there. So, make sure Gigi is here. And then we'll do the next one. So we'll do the next one at 8:05, which will be for the, I'm calling it a mystery box, but it's not really a mystery. I'm going to keep it up here so no one can see me. Oh, yes, you really, Gigi. It is you. So let's do that. Okay, so Gigi, as I've told everyone else, just email us at the email address on the screen and give us your YouTube name so that we know who you are, your real name, and your shipping address, email address, and phone number so that we can send it to you. And I don't need to know what color acrylic you want because it's a purple heart clapper. So we're good there. Yep, we know Gigi's you're here. So just email us info@Sylvia Quilts and we will get that squared away for you. So at 8:05, so in I guess 3 minutes now, we will do the drawing for the mystery box-ish thing.
Can you hand me the pattern that's behind the cup?
This one here?
Yeah, somebody asked before, and I can't remember if I was talking or you were, and
I was probably talking.
Somebody asked what I was working on. So it's this quilt pattern. It is a sew sampler quilt pattern. It's really, really cute. It's coming together pretty quickly. So that is what it is. So hopefully you're still in here. I don't know where to put this, but here is the final large star. So I'm going to work on the smaller ones.
I really like that.
Here.
So this again, do you want to just sort of say this is the next giveaway? Can you just sort of tell people what's in it? It looks like there's a lot of patterns with fabric.
Yeah, there's like a lot of different kits. For a while I did a lot of unboxings on my channel from different subscription boxes. It got really hard to keep up with them all. And so if you win this, you'll get a ton of different projects to work on. This one is really cute. Like I keep looking through them. I'm like, maybe I should keep them and work on them, but really I don't have time to work on all these. If you don't want to work on them, there's tons of fabric in here that you could just pull out for different quilts. So honestly, this one's really cute. I'm like, this is actually perfect for coming up for 4th of July. So there's a ton of like fabric and projects. But there's also different notions and stuff in here too, like a ton of different things. So
Mike has called it a box of fun.
It really is. Like
it's got a whole bunch.
Yeah,
of
there's
stuff.
there's a ton of stuff.
It's got.
Like
I don't even know what these are, but you got some like cool.
I think this seam ripper
things.
has a light on it. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff in here.
Interesting.
And somebody asked earlier, and I'm just remembering too, that they were asking what's in this cute basket back here. So let me move this. It's actually where I keep scraps before I like process them and sort them. So when I'm cutting stuff, I just throw everything in here. So it's just kind of like leftovers of stuff that I've been cutting, and then I try to sort it later, or I just pull from it if I feel like doing a scrappy quilt.
And this is where I am in the chat, folks, so I apologize. Amy said, I love how most people are outraged at the crime, and I am outraged at the legal proceedings. That is absolutely correct. I don't want to get into a huge sort of legal philosophy argument here, but that's one of my favorite things to do. When it comes to criminal law or crimes that the state or the federal government is trying to prove, I wholeheartedly believe I don't care if you committed the crime. I don't. What I care about is that the government does its job in proving that you committed the crime. And I don't want people to hate me. I'm pretty sure Casey Anthony killed her own child. I do not think the government did anywhere good enough of a job to convict her. And so I would have preferred that the result that happened, that she got to walk, was what should have happened. The issue is the government has the authority to put you behind bars or to execute you if you're in a state that has the death penalty. And I think that is a huge punishment for someone. And the only way it should be extracted is if the government does its job. It shouldn't be that they can just come in there, accuse you, and then you get guilty. And you get convicted. So I understand that that's probably not how a lot of people feel, because you think if a murderer shouldn't go free. I sort of go on the other end, which is I would rather see 100 murderers go free than one free person get incarcerated, versus having some sort of system where, like, yeah, we're going to convict everybody and maybe we get 10% of it wrong. That's not for me. I'd rather see no innocent people ever get convicted. So I force the government to do its job and put people where they belong only when they've done their job.
Hi, Sean. So the pattern's called Alfresco.
Alfresco.
I think it's still by me. Yeah, Alfresco. Sean, if you want to enter, is there 2 more giveaways left?
2 more giveaways. One is
Sean and anyone else who entered the chat recently. There's still a giveaway going on for 2 items, and it's #anniversary.
Yep, I just put it up.
Okay, thank you.
BJ, we were having Scotch, or at least I was. I finished mine. Scotch old fashions.
I'm getting old, so when I drink alcohol, I get so hot. I get really, really hot. It drives him nuts because I'm like,
yeah, I have to turn the temperature down. Like, so we usually keep the AC at like 72, 73, but like when she's drinking, I've got to put it down to like 70.
I'm not a nice person when I get really hot. I complain and complain and complain. I'm trying to be okay with it right now because I'm here with all of you, but he's gonna hear it later.
Mary says, can you see me in the chat? Yes, Mary, I can see you in the chat. So you're good. Mike said #box of fun. I like it.
Guess who? Nancy wants to know if you got her email. She's just double checking. I heard a ding, so probably.
Yes, Nancy, I did get your email, so we're good. Thank you. And I got Jan's email as the winner. I have not gotten Gigi's or Lynn Lockard's email. So you don't have to do it right away, but please email me tonight if you can so that I can send out your gifts so that we are squared away. Okay, it is time to do the 4th drawing, which is for the aptly named by Mike Box of Fun. So I don't choose favorites and I can't control who wins, but Mike, I hope you win because you called it the Box of Fun and you'll probably enjoy it.
That's going to look so shady.
Look, they can see how it works. Like, I don't control it. Okay, let's see who wins. Mike, if it's you, I promise everyone I had nothing to do with it. It does what it does.
I can't see. Who is it?
Cheryl Christopher.
Okay. Congratulations, Cheryl.
So Cheryl Christopher, you have won. And Lynn, I just got your email as well, so we're good. So Gigi, I think, is the only one that I am waiting on.
That's probably it.
Yep, and G, I got your email. So hey, we're good. And then Cheryl Christopher. Let's see. Curry old fashioned. Lori Berman says, I don't know what a curry old fashioned is, but
I love some green curry, but I don't know if I wanted a drink.
Yeah, I don't know that I would either. Oh, Cheryl Christopher is here. Okay, perfect. So Cheryl, you are good. Cheryl, just email us at info@sobeitquilts.com and you are good to go. So email me with your real name, your YouTube name, your shipping address, email address, and phone number. Obviously, I'll have your email address as a result of you emailing me, but...
Oh, Ruth, that's sad. Her local quilt shop is going out of business.
I hate that.
Yeah, but she did say everything is 50% off and boutiques are $4 a yard. So that is nice. Like, it's nice that you're getting a good deal. I'm sure you went and got some stuff for that. I hate hearing that a small business like that is going out.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Just so you know, Mike, I am changing my official notes to say Box So Fun instead of Mystery Box.
So the smaller star on this quilt pattern, instead of using half square triangles for the star points, is we're making flying geese, or I'm making. I don't know why I'm saying weird, but so those are going to go corner to corner, and I haven't marked these yet, and I took my tape off. So do you have a pencil? Can I have that pencil? Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'll give you Quilters, some strings attached. Where'd you get that?
I think I got it from Monique's subscription box, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So I'm just going to draw a line from corner to corner on the back of this, so across for this.
Okay. So we will do the final drawing here at, we'll call it 8:15, so 3 more minutes. And that is for a set of the acrylic quilt fabric labels.
Please don't be mad at us when you get them and peel all those papers off.
Yes.
We warned all of you. Did you ever show how hard they are to get off, or did you get too distracted?
I'm not going to do that. That's not happening. So I don't have one to show you right now, but what I will do is, since I know how to do this now, and I feel special, this is what they look like. So they are, you get 0 through 9, and then you get A through Z. And they are, you can see the hole here. So you can put a needle or a pin through this on your fabric. So if you're working on a pattern that has 6 or 7 different types of fabric, you can use the numbers or the letters to pin these on and use it to know which fabric is which, so you don't get confused, so you don't get messed up. For the purposes of this drawing, they will come with the paper backing on them. So I will show what that looks like in a second here. There we go. They will come with, as you can see, sort of, it's got paper on it, so you will have to remove the paper, but that is the part of this giveaway. And part of that is we would like you to let us know how difficult it was for you to remove the paper, and whether or not we should send them out with the paper on them, or whether or not people will just hate us if we do that. Do the letters come in white as well? They don't currently, only because I don't have the acrylic for it. I can order it in white or clear as it is. I can get them in any color. The guy that I work with, the company that he owns, they can make any color because they make the acrylic themselves. So I could do black or red or a solid color that's not translucent.
We just don't like peeling them.
Yeah, we just don't like peeling. That's really the ultimate. So If this ends up being something that people are okay with, then yeah, I can get them in different colors for sure. And I'd be happy to do that because it's quite easy.
Mike. Mike said if he wins them, he'll video himself healing him with a clock.
Oh, it's going to take you 30 minutes, Mike. So make sure you have some time set aside. Make sure that you have some Band-Aids and make sure that you have a nail file.
He'll win them and school us and be like, this was not a problem.
Alexander, we need to start doing pink acrylic rose. I can do this. Do they make a fluorescent pink? I could do it.
Place an order, just get some.
I just placed an order today.
Oh.
So what I will say is the reason that we went with the fluorescent green, and actually this is like a perfect way to see it. You can see in the video, there is a lot of light being reflected through this. This particular color, it's called fluorescent green. It is the best reflected. It's the acrylic color that reflects light the best. So what that means is if you're in a low light condition, this will still allow you to see what you're cutting. There's other fluorescent colors, blue, pink, orange. They're okay, but they don't do light reflection as well. And so we went with this particular color because it makes seeing the line that you're cutting much easier. I actually bought some pink a while back to do some prototypes of the trim locks. And we took them to a local store and they said they're fine, but like the green is much easier to use because it's just easier on the eyes. So that's sort of why we went with this color and not other colors. But yeah, there's definitely a pink fluorescent out there. And like I said, I've made some trim lock prototypes and they weren't as popular with the local quilt shops as the green. So and I get it. Like, pink looks really cool. Just know that it's not going to make it as easy to see what you're doing as the green. That's not to say most people are not cutting in the dark, so maybe that's not as much of an issue. But and God, I hope you're not cutting in the dark because you're basically using a surgical instrument that can cut your hand off. So please don't cut in the dark.
When we first started, I took a really cool picture of them in our hall. We had a whole bunch lined up there ready to go to one of the local quilt shops because if you know the story of how we ended up doing this, they were our first big order. So we had them all lined up and I took a photo of them and they were just all lit up. Like the hallway was lit up from that reflection. What? I
am not laughing at you. Cindy, you are my people and I love you for it. Mike said that he was going to use a clock to do this. And Cindy, because she's hilarious, said it might be easier to use something pointy instead of a clock. Love it, Cindy. That's glorious.
Really funny.
I emailed the guy today. You know what? Look, I will order some pink. Because clearly he has not made what I've ordered, so I can add to it. I will order a couple sheets of pink. I will make some pink trim locks and slide locks. If they don't sell, that's on me. We'll donate them to a local quilt guild. And if they do sell, great. But I will order some pink.
Get the ones we sent them?
I did not check. I imagine they will. Purple. So Gene Hoffman, they make purple. I don't believe they make a translucent purple. I think it's a solid color. And I don't really want to use solids because I think people want to see through that.
I would love purple because lavender is like my favorite color. If I remember correctly from the samples we got, it wasn't a pretty purple either. It was like a matte.
It was.
Like
Ava Opal, yes, there is a Slidelock bundle which has so there's a Slidelock bundle which has the 24 and the 14 inch, and there is a trim lock bundle that has every trim lock that we sell at a discounted price. So both of those are available on the website. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Jet Free Quilter, about pink being good marketing during October. So I don't know anything about marketing, so maybe not. But I was thinking like Mother's Day would be a good one. I guess I didn't think about breast cancer, but I was thinking Mother's Day because I know like Major League Baseball, they use pink bats.
I do want to say if any of you are hopping in here new and don't know like about our trim locks and stuff, Becca from the channel. So Becca just put up a really good video comparing these to some other rulers on the market. So check out it's a short video. So that would be a good one to watch if you're not even like sure what these even are.
Oh, look at that. So Donna laid down a challenge to Mike, and it appears that Mike has accepted. So when that video goes up, please let me know. I want to watch it.
What's the challenge?
It's a speed challenge. I don't know what I don't know if they're gonna run. I don't know if they're gonna stow something. I don't know what's going on, but I want to watch it. A video with Donna and Mike is going to be gold. So I am all about that. And a lot of people seem to like the idea of pink, so maybe I'll order a couple.
Well, I will use them if nobody buys them.
Cheryl Christopher.
Oh, Cuddy Old Fashioned, yep. Not curry.
Oh, I don't know what Cuddy Old Fashioned is.
I was really curious about. I'm glad you posted or commented because I was really confused about a curry Old Fashioned.
Yes, Cheryl Christopher, I got your email. I will be right back, and then we will do the drawing for the acrylic quilt pattern.
Where are you going?
I'm out.
You're done?
No, I
So Mike and Donna were going to peel, so that means you have to send them some. All right, I need to see what size these flying geese are supposed to be trimmed down to because I'm not even sure if I have to trim them. And if I do, I don't think any of our flying geese 2.5 by 4.5?
Yeah, we have 2.5.
Is it this one? Because you started marking them.
Yes, that would be the 2.5.
Nice. Okay, so I can make sure they're trimmed down to size.
Okay.
Oh.
So just so we're
this is gonna be a really long live.
Oh, hey, it's got the paper on. I don't know why. That's weird. Okay, so since we're all friends here, do we have a piece of like white fabric? Yeah, put that. So just so you can all see.
It doesn't really show true to. Like
no, but this is the
pink, the hot pink.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but this is the fluorescent pink.
Oh, here, one of these might work better.
Oh no, that's good. Like it shows up pretty well like that. That's the fluorescent pink that is available. So you can definitely see through it. It's not that. It doesn't reflect the light as much. Here we go. Yeah, much better.
The other side's not like it might work too. I don't know.
Yeah, so you can definitely see that's the pink. There's an orange. I'm really bad at like getting light here, but that's orange. I think there's a purple in here. No, not there. Oh, there's the purple. So the reason I wouldn't do a purple, oh man, this one's a lot. There is a purple, but it's a solid purple. So you can't see through it. So it definitely wouldn't work for a trim lock. I guess it could probably work for the Slidelock because you don't necessarily need to go through,
no orange. There's orange is cool.
Wow, Twilight coming in hot. Orange is like one of those colors that I feel like is weirdly.
So I think Mike and Donna want you to send them some of those letters to challenge feeling.
No, that's easy. Done. Just because I think it's gonna be comedic gold. So let me put that down here.
I'm already sending Donna something, so I can put it in her box.
Okay. Mike.
Yeah, Alexandra Zaza, the blue for Ian's postcard is really pretty.
It is. That is this one. That is the blue. This is a lot thinner, so it doesn't show up as deep blue as what Ian uses because these are thin, but it's that color. Mike, email me info@Soviet-Quilts, your address, phone number, all that good stuff.
But honestly, let us know, and Donna too, let me know how hard they are to peel.
Yeah.
Because we would really like to know. We would make it clear in the listing to peel them, like that they have to be peeled, but just let us know. So I only have all of my rulers are only in the green. We just recently put up the what we're calling clear acrylic. So I've only used them in green. I feel like I can see through them fine for quilting and all that. So I don't have any like issues at all with them. I think it's just honestly preference.
I need to make a note to order pink.
So let me see if I need to trim these. I think they were designed to kind of go by size, and so I don't think I need to trim them.
So yes, I'm going to place an order for pink acrylic. I probably won't get it for about 3 weeks because we've got to make it, and they've got to send it from Oregon. So we may have some pink stuff in the shop in about a month, give or take, just depending on how long it takes them to make it. I just don't know. So look, we'll always have the fluorescent green because that's our main seller. We'll have the clear for sure. And we may do, maybe it becomes a thing where we do pink for certain occasions, or we do, you know, I don't know. I like the fluorescents the best. So there's blue. Probably won't use
a purple that we like, because it would be fun to do one like a purple to donate to the Purple Heart Foundation ourselves.
Yeah, I like that.
But I mean, maybe we could do like a slide lock in them, like for a special thing, and do like a percentage for Purple Heart.
I like that. Okay, so I said we were going to do it at 8:15. It's 8:26. So
time is not on our side.
We'll do it at 8:30. The drawing for the acrylic quilt fabric labels we will do at 8:30. So 4 minutes. So if you have not entered #anniversary, we will do the giveaway then. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, so Donna says that she'll invite us to, I guess, to watch. So that'll be great. It'll be hilarious if we can do a StreamYard or whatever platform you use, Donna. I think you use StreamYard.
Maybe I'll peel some too, because I'm the expert. I'll school y'all.
I got your email, Mike, so thank you.
So make sure you guys subscribe to Donna. I can't talk. Make sure you all subscribe to Donna's channel so that if you want to watch this peeling challenge, you can partake.
There we go.
Oh, I know. This is all messed up when we moved everything around.
Yeah.
The carpet is like.
Yeah. So this is what happens. I'm going to sit back and watch the three of you do it. I'm going to be drinking some old fashioned. And I'm going to just be telling dad jokes. It'll be the greatest live stream ever. I am all about this. I love this idea. So Amy, we've got to make a trip up to Austin soon anyway, because we've got to go get something for one of our machines. But I'll bring you a set when we come up, and you can let me know, because if you like it, I will gladly send them to you in mass, and you can just do it as you. I mean, you're going to be recovered soon enough, but like if you got nothing better to do, I will happily give them to you. Because you're close enough that it's going to cost like 12 cents to send them. Well, nothing costs 12 cents to ship, but it will be very cheap to send them to you. Donna says she uses Zoom and not StreamYard, so that's fine too. And if you needed, Donna, we could always. I don't know that we could set it up on your channel, so maybe not. But either way, point is, we can do it easily.
We got it.
Would the letter and number tags show up on the other colors? They should.
No, that'd be like if the purple.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would. I don't know. I've never used. I've got some. I can probably. Well, these are 1/8 inch. Oh yes, it's the same. Yeah, I could probably just use this and be like, hey, does this work? I could try it. Yeah, it should. Because if you.
Yeah, they did. They printed something on it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see there's some
better on one of those matte ones.
There is some text on here, and it shows up pretty easily. So yeah, they probably would show up on the purple. So I guess we can make the acrylic quilt fabric labels in any color, whether it's translucent or not, because it looks like it will show up. So man, got a lot of stuff. I just need to order a bunch of stuff. So I will, next time I place an order, I'm going to get pink now because he should be able to add it to my order.
So somebody asked if the winner was announced for the sewing machine, and it was at the beginning. So it was Nancy Brennan.
Nancy Brennan.
Yeah.
I don't want to say where she lives, what state she lives, because she may not want people to know, but it was Nancy Brennan. She lives somewhere on the right of the eastern part of the U.S. Not saying she's on the coast necessarily, but if you were to draw a line through the middle of Nebraska, she lives on the right side, the east side.
I don't think she has got on the live, so
I haven't seen her, so
yeah. So we will let you all know. He's gonna reach out probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna call her tomorrow. If for whatever reason I'm gonna call Nancy tomorrow, and then I'm gonna email her, and if for some reason she doesn't respond, I'm gonna try 3 straight days, or 5 straight days. I think I have to do 5 straight days for the rules that we encountered. If for whatever reason I can't get a hold of Nancy Brennan, we will redraw, and we will announce it next week. So next week I will let you all know whether or not Nancy answered or whether we have to give it to someone else. Amy says she's volunteering to unpick paper piece blocks for a friend. That's how her recovery is going.
I could not. I hate ripping papers.
Yeah. Okay, so I think it's probably time to. Sorry, Brenda. I thought we turned off commercials for tonight, or not commercials, but ads. But we don't control what YouTube wants to do. All right, let's do the final giveaway for the acrylic quilt fabric labels. Let me share the screen.
And if you saw the picture, they do come with that hoop that we put on there to keep them all organized too.
Yeah, they come with it. Okay, who's it gonna be?
That'd be funny if it was Mike. We were already gonna send her one, so we could do it again.
Donna, you're a winner, but we're already sending you one, so I'm gonna redo the acrylic quilt fabric label drawing since you're already getting one for free. That is hilarious.
I think
though.
I just ran out of bobbin, so.
Oh, you're playing bobbin chicken again?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put one in tomorrow.
Okay, so Donna, I don't want to take away from you being a winner, but I'm gonna give it to someone else since you're already getting one. So let's do this again. Oh, I gotta share my screen. That's hilarious. But if this becomes Mike, then I'm just gonna walk out. I just.
We have enough testers at this point to see if it's awful feeling those.
Yeah. All right, let's do this again.
We should have some good feedback already.
Don't be Mike. No offense, Mike, because you're already getting some. Okay.
There we go. Congratulations, Susan.
Susan Fitzgerald.
So I want to know if you all like the idea of what is it called, a box of fun?
Yes, box of fun.
Because I'll be honest, I have 4 like that put together, and I was thinking of doing them like maybe once a month for a little bit to kind of clean up my sewing space a little bit. I want to be able to do all of these projects. I just do not have time. So if you like the idea of them, do you want me to do another giveaway next month with another box of fun that Mike nicely named for us?
Let's see here.
All right, did you get her name down before you?
Yes,
okay.
I did. I need to get the color code for this so I can tell them what color I want. Because I'm gonna email them right now because I'll forget otherwise. So Susan, I apologize. Have you said in the chat?
I didn't see. I was looking, but I didn't see. But there was a lot of congratulations, so I need to move up and see. I do not see.
But I'm gonna let you do that while I email.
Yeah, so Susan, let us know if you're in the chat, and be sure to email us at info@sovietquilts.com if you are in the chat still. All right, so it is finalized. I will do another giveaway for another box fun next month, and we'll keep doing them monthly until I have no more stuff. That was fun. I wasn't sure if you all would like them because, I mean, you don't really know what you're getting in there, but it's a lot of good fabric to use. even if you don't like the projects. Dragonflies for Donna said box of fun. Even a bag of fun sounds fun.
1995. Yeah. Okay.
So Yo Patty G, I've tried a few things to try to make it easier to peel them off. Since I have a Cricut, I had a little tool to kind of get under like the vinyl to peel. And I couldn't get that to work with the acrylic, peeling off the backing on them. What else have I tried? I've tried using a pin, and it sticks. So I don't want to say it sticks to where it can't peel off, but it sticks well enough that the pin doesn't want to easily get under it. I mean, it's honestly really hard to explain how hard it is to peel off those little ones.
Like, you guys will find, whoever's getting them will find out. Okay, I don't see that Susan.
I've been looking.
I'm gonna
just do the drawing again. If she hops in later, we can
send her
we don't have to peel them, so
that's true. Let me just check here. What was
I'm not seeing it. Yeah. It's Susan Fitzgerald.
I mean, so on YouTube it shows me she's in the chat. She just hasn't responded.
She could be behind.
Yeah.
If you're not live, you're not gonna,
I'm gonna give her like 4 minutes to say she's in here, and then I'll just do it again because we can. So Zaza, she says you just don't want to scratch the acrylic.
Yeah.
If you're using your fingernails, you're not going to scratch the acrylic.
Yeah, I mean, I go to town on them with my nail. It really needs to be something kind of sharp.
Yeah, if you're using metal or something with a sharp metal edge, it can scratch the acrylic. But if you're just using, a plastic razor blade, or if you're using your fingernails, you're not going to scratch the acrylic.
Donna, no starting ahead on peeling them.
Yeah, there's no cheating here. So yeah, we're not. Yeah, I when we start, I want to see, so 0 through 9, 26. So there are 36 total pieces in each set. I want to see all 36, so I know that there's no cheating here.
So I'll put them in order on the hoop for you all, and I'll put it when I ship stuff, I usually put it in a clear bag with a sticker on it. So you've got to pull them out of the bag with the sticker. So again, be sure you are subscribed to Donna's channel so you can have some fun watching that live. Or I don't know if Donna, if you said if you're going to do it live or recorded. So I don't want to. He said I'm an honest dude.
No, you're not, Mike. You like blue cheese. No one likes blue cheese. All right, I'm going to give her another 2 minutes just to be safe.
So he put her name back up just in case that did happen if an ad came up.
Yeah. Or something happened.
Yeah.
So yeah. So just to let you know, I don't want to get into it because of my past and the stuff that I used to do for the government. But I can see when people read my emails, even though they know that I can't. Our acrylic guy just read my email. So pink should be on the way. I'm hoping. They've got to make the acrylic. They've got to then package it up. They've got to get it because we order thousands of pounds of this stuff at a time. It gets put on like a huge truck that Julie drives. She's not ever been the delivery person, but it'd be nice.
That'd be cool. That would be so cool.
But it'll get delivered here. It usually takes about 2 weeks for them to make it, and it takes about a week-ish for it to get delivered to us. So I should hopefully have the pink acrylic within 3 or 4 weeks, and then it'll be a week or so for us to start making stuff with it. So I should have something in our store in a month-ish with pink stuff. I think what we will start with is we'll make some trim locks, and we'll probably make a handful of slide locks just to have them available.
Yeah, and just let us know if there's something specific you want. If you don't see it, post up, because he can always cut it for you.
Yes.
We haven't got an email from her either, so she may have just had to step away or hop off.
So, yeah, Susan, if you are watching on a TV and can't comment, email us info@sobeitquilts. If I hear from you tonight, then we'll send one to you too. But I'm going to redo the drawing. Lisa, I can tell you who I worked for. It's not a. Oh, hey, there she is, Susan Fitzgerald. Yes, Susan, you did win. But I'm gonna do another drawing just because
we said already.
Yeah.
So Susan, you won a set of the
acrylic quilt fabric labels. Good. So Susan, just email us at info@sobeitquilts. We're good. So Lisa, I don't know who you worked for. Most of my work either came with the DEA or the DIA. Read into that what you will, because if you know what the DIA is, you know what that means. But yes, that's where I did most of my work. All right, we're gonna do one more drawing because we said we would. So
and
again,
we do know that Susan is in the chat.
Yes.
She's still gonna get them if she wants them.
Yes. So Susan, email us at the email on the screen, info@sobeitquilts, and we will get them sent out to you. And actually, I'm just gonna send a note in the chat just in case she can't hear us.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Hi Donna from Texas as well. We are in the Houston area. We are lucky enough we got hit by that really bad storm that came through last week, but did not get like any of the tornadoes or anything, so we didn't lose power that time around, but some of the areas around here got hit really bad.
Yep. So I see you, Susan. We'll send it out to you, but we're going to do another drawing. So let's do that real quick. And this will be the last one for the night. Because I feel like we have like 15 testers now. Okay. Let me get this ready. Okay.
Oh, Lisa Quilting Corner used to live in Humble, Texas. Cheryl Christopher's in the Dallas area.
Oh, I forgot to start the sharing first, but it's going TPMC.
I didn't even see that name in the chat, but it flies by. So congratulations. Let us know if you're still in the chat. Send us an email. Yeah, Donna, we fared surprisingly. It got really windy here, and the rain was coming down so hard, but we thankfully didn't get any of the tornadoes that were out there.
We didn't. Yeah, it's weird. So when we had the winter freeze a couple of years back, we lost power for, I want to say, 3 or 4 straight days when like no one else really lost power for more than a couple hours. And this time there's people that live just a few miles away that have been without power for a week, and we never lost power.
Yeah.
So TPMC is here.
Those things happen. Oh, good. Awesome. So I think I should be able to get all of these sent out tomorrow. So hopefully you all will get them soon. And again, make sure you subscribe to Donna's channel. I don't know. Are you able to drop a link into her?
Oh, Donna's channel? Yeah, I can. TPMC, email us info@sobeitquilts with your real name, your YouTube name, and your address, email address, and phone number so that we can send it out to you. And just let us know that you hate us after you receive it and realize that it was not fun.
So Cindy, this Juki machine is the TL18 QVP. I also highly recommend the TL 2010Q. Both are amazing machines. I started with the 2010Q, and I absolutely love it. There's only a few differences, really, I think, between the two. This one does a little bit better on thicker seams and things like that. So if you like to do bag making or anything like that, I'd highly recommend this one because you'd be able to do that really well. Getting over if you use like vinyl or real leather or anything like that. If you're just going to straight quilt, then I think you'd be fine with the 2010 Q, honestly. And it's a tad more friendly on the budget.
TPMC, you won a set of the acrylic quilt fabric labels with the paper on. So you'll have to take them off because a lot of people said that they would be willing to get them and take the paper off themselves.
And we honestly want feedback on that.
Yeah.
It seems like it shouldn't be hard, but it really isn't fun. But maybe doing one set, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
when you're doing 100 at a time, it sort of sucks. So,
all right. So next week we will be on, and we will let you all know that we reached out to the winner of the sewing machine and let you know how that went. And I'll probably still be working on the same project. Hopefully, I'll be able to show you the one that I was doing before, the trifles pattern, all quilted and bound. Don't be mad at me because I know all of you loved the dark fabric more, but I went with the cream.
What?
I know. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me because I really liked how the darker one looked with it too. But I started another pattern and I really wanted to use the dark one for the backing on that one. So I shouldn't have even have asked, but I feel like the geometric design on that dark one's going to look really good on the one that I'm working on. So don't be mad at me. I'm really sorry.
Yep. So Donna said, "Are there drawings?" I just got on. Yes, I think we did 7. Donna, I lost count. Apologize. We started 7 p.m. Central, and we just got carried away apparently. So, I missed the garbage can.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take out a GoFundMe for shipping.
Yeah, I don't even know if any of these people live in the States or if they live overseas.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We said we would. So
yeah, we saved money. We didn't go out to eat any this week. Y'all should be proud of us.
You may ask any question you like, Donna Moxley. I think she has a question about the Juki.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We have a couple of Jukis, so yeah, feel free.
Thank you for hanging out with us, Laura. You got to take care of the puppy.
I know we got to let ours out now.
Thank you, Debt Free Quilter. I honestly felt really bad because he liked the darker fabric.
Yep.
And this is how he feels all the time. I'm gonna tell you is that I'll ask for a suggestion and then I randomly change for no reason. But I think the cream will the kind of cream floral will still look good on the back of the other one. I really liked the darker fabric more, especially because I'm going with a really dark binding. But I think it's gonna look really good on the other quilt I started. So
yeah, one of my biggest pet peeves is when people ask for my opinion and then they don't even listen. It's like, why are you wasting my time? So I understand how you all feel that she betrayed us and went with the light background.
I feel really bad. I'm like, when I was looking at the fabric and I couldn't find one at the quilt shop that I liked for the quilt that I'm working on now. And I looked around, tried to pick something out. And I was like, oh, I'll just look later online or something. And then when I got home and was cutting it, I was like, I still had the 2 backings laying out. And I was like, oh, that will look really good on the back.
Unbelievable. Okay, Donna says, I tried the walking foot, but her needle wouldn't go through. So the only thing I can think, Donna, is if the machine is such that when you put the walking foot on, there's a screw that goes into the column. So you may have a walking foot that is not designed for your Juki because if it's designed for your machine, the screw goes through the post and it goes through the foot. And if for some reason the needle is not able to go through the foot, then it's probably the wrong foot. I don't know how else your needle would be impeded by the foot.
Is it the foot that came with it, or did you purchase one on the second? I think they usually come with it. I would say make sure there's like a little groove here. Make sure it's all the way in on the post and lined up properly. And then this little guy here that kind of swings around, make sure it's on this post that sticks out here. If it's like turned at an angle then it's not going to, the needle won't go down through where it's properly supposed to. I can try to put up a short video showing how I line it up. Can you make a note on there for me to try to do that?
What are we doing?
Like for me to try to make a little short to show how to put the walking foot on and line it up.
Yep.
I'll try to do a little short video. Yeah, that's a good point too, debt-free quilter. You have to completely remove this screw off and put it on. Here, I'll put it on really quick. And let me zoom in the camera on it.
I got your email EPMC or TPMC, so we're good. I think Susan Fitzgerald, you are the only person from whom I have not heard. So
sorry if you're getting dizzy.
No, you're good, baby. Can you zoom in?
Yeah, I'm trying.
You're gonna have to refocus it though.
Okay. Well, you gotta put your hand or something over there, probably.
Yep, a little more. Yep. And can you focus? Just press and hold the button.
Sorry, y'all. Which button? The red one?
No, the button that you would use to take a photo. Just press and hold it.
I don't know.
It's the button that you use for the zoom.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, but the button on top.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, now you're good. Now it's focused.
Now y'all know who sets up the camera.
She actually does. I just, tell her how to do it. So, yeah, now it looks really good. Although it's front on, so I don't know if that helps all that much. But
yeah, I think my screwdriver moved away. Oh, that's a good point too, Sharon. If your needle moves, if it moves left to right, then that may need to get. So you want to take this screw all the way off. If you have a Juki sewing machine, so you take that all the way off, and then you put this on, and you want that little bar to go onto that like screw here. Yeah. And then you put the screw back in. And it's kind of tricky because you can't really see where the hole is anymore for it. And then you just really want to make sure you tighten it back on all the way, because you don't want it to move around, then the needle won't go through the slot there. So there's not much wiggle room, honestly, for it to go through. So you really have to make sure it's positioned on correctly. So
we can do a shorter video that goes up on YouTube, but that's how it would work.
Yeah. So hopefully that helps. Oh, so it's not going through it's the plate that it's not going through. I don't know on that one. I don't know why the plate would be messing up. One thing I would say is to try replacing your needle, because if your needle's bent in any way, that could be an issue too. Because sometimes I keep looking at the camera, but it's not on me anymore. Sometimes you won't even notice that the needle is bent just enough to not go through. Yeah, Donna, try the bar and see if that helps too. And if you need any extra help, send an email to info@Soviet-Quilts. Let us know if that worked, and if it didn't, I'll try to put up a video or something else to try and help you get it to work.
Okay, you want to scoot over here, babe?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to adjust the cameras again. All right. So thank you, everyone.
This was a long one, so thank you for hanging out with us.
Congratulations to Nancy Brennan, who won the Juki TL18 QVP. I will reach out to you tomorrow and for the next 5 days, hopefully to get a hold of you. Susan, Susan, use the email address on the screen, info@sobeitquilts.com. Everyone else was able to email us, so I'm not sure if maybe it was mistyped, but it should work. Thank you, everyone, for everything and for allowing us to have a wonderful first year in business, at least on my online shop. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for all of the fun. We sort of enjoy giving stuff away, although we probably need to rein it in. You know,
yeah, it started off as 3 things that we were talking about.
But yeah, we look forward to next week. Hopefully Nancy is available and we can just give it to her. Otherwise, we'll have to redo it. Hopefully I didn't offend anyone with the Scotch Old Fashioned as opposed to the typical whiskey or bourbon.
I think the curry one offended people more, but then we found it wasn't curry.
I really need to know what a cutty. She probably said in the chat what a cutty Old Fashioned is. I don't know.
All right, so I'll try to get everything sent out tomorrow. Thank you all so much. So, yeah.
Yep. And then for some reason, if you can't get through to us, Susan Fitzgerald,
there is an email option attached to my YouTube channel in the About section. So you can always send an email there and let us know all of your info. So
yeah,
if for some reason it still doesn't let you, just email there as well.
Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. And I guess we will see you next week.
Bye.
Oh.